Hi, I'm Nancy Schick, attorney, mediator, and conflict resolution coach in New York City. My goal is to keep you out of court and build your conflict resolution skills. We have some reforms and changes basically to Title IX that are taking effect on August 14th, this Friday, and 2020 for those depending on when you're watching this. But I wanted to go over a little bit of that because a lot of people are going back to school and on campuses, and some are still doing distance learning, and there's been some confusion about whether this is even important. So first of all, what is Title IX? It is a federal statute that protects higher education, the rights of individuals to higher education. So in particular, it was about balancing the playing field for women so that they would not be excluded from higher education either directly and through direct discrimination or through indirectly through things like sexual assault and sexual harassment. Now, as a former athlete, you can see my my glove and my awards and some of that behind me. I did play softball in college, and so I was recruited. That whopping $600 that they offered me as a scholarship back in the 80s. So you can do the math. I'm old. But anyway, the Title IX was, a lot of people think about it in those contexts of sports, but it's definitely farther reaching. So why did we have the changes? There's three primary things that they were concerned about. Is first of all, Title IX is not intended to be a zero tolerance statute, right? It's, as I've talked about in prior videos, the EEOC also feels this way, although you'll hear different things from different states, including New York, which actually has in some of our policies zero tolerance policy, right? So, or zero tolerance language, but it's not intended to be a zero tolerance policy because of exactly what happened that caused the changes. We ended up seeing some colleges arguably hyper-corrected and went too far, depriving the accused of due process. So that was the first thing, is no zero tolerance. So second, it's to ensure the rights of both the complainant and the respondent during any kind of complaint process. And this is, again, it's all about due process. It's similar to what we have in the court system. We want to give both parties an opportunity to be heard and a fair opportunity to be heard. Third, the Title IX changes, again, this is not all of it, but these are the three biggies that you need to know about. It requires greater protections from unfair, incomplete, or completely non-existent investigations. So again, this hyper-correcting that we saw is now being corrected by some of the reforms. There's more in it. It's rather controversial for some people if you read the media, but if you read the media about anything these days, you're going to see controversy. So just kind of keep that in mind, is that we're looking for fairness for everyone involved. Now, I deal with this a little bit in my sexual harassment prevention course for 2020. If you want to go to my online school, I am working on the Title IX course that will couple with that if you're working on a college campus, for example. Or if you're just interested, maybe your kids are going to college, or maybe you're going back to school. And if you have questions, you can reach out to me via my website. It's nschicklaw.com, and you can request a consultation. In the meantime, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal, whether it's the complainants or the respondents.